Just when Ernie goes. He's screaming at Lucas because Lucas used to do that too.
He always says that.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Best There Is. Oh, man.
Best there's.
I was going to say games.
So you just did. Just clean your mouth and then start the podcast. If you're going to be.
What did I do?
You obviously have cookies still in your fat mouth.
Welcome to Best There Is Podcast. We are excited today, and we're here with...
Declan?
Did you make that noise?
Yeah, because you made the noise before you did it, too.
And Ryan.
Ryan, it's back again. I guess...
We never covered it, did we?
No. So Lucas left the podcast, just to make it clear if anyone is a longtime follower out of you 14 people. He has not left the channel as in helping. He wanted to make sure he made that clear. It's just timing and to keep up with all the pop culture stuff.
He's just got other priorities in his life, which are understandable.
It's really hard to keep up with everything that
He's got family.
Fast and the Furious like shit. And it's really hard for someone like him to make the time to keep up with all this. Like, we wake up to news every day, especially like Ryan and me, where we're like, we want to know shit every day and we're on it. To him, it's like whatever. He doesn't mind talking about it when it comes up, but like, he's not seeking it out. So I think it's just one of those things that you need to be able to keep up. And it wasn't like we were telling him, hey, you gotta keep up, but there was times where, you know, while he was setting up,
we kicked him off.
He was trying to catch up on episodes while setting up, so he would get behind, and you know, we were like done the night before just because we were excited and wanted to see it. But he's still around, and
see him on challenges.
Yeah, and he'll hopefully be correcting us on our lighting and all that stuff. So we have the rotating third chair as of right now, and Ryan is back to help us again. It's because today we're going to talk about Peacemaker. Ryan has seen it. Ryan's into comics. And not to mention, Ryan has done every logo for everything I have done. My comic book store, my Best There Is Entertainment, the podcast, the challenge, and I'm trying to get him to do a couple other logos because there's other videos we want to do. But that one, I'm hoping Declan will take the reins and you'll be producing those videos.
No.
It's your idea, so...
It doesn't mean it's a good idea.
No, we've already talked about how we want to do it, and we just got to figure out the format. But anyways, so we are here. Hopefully everyone had a good last week. I don't know. Poverty, anybody?
We're going to go to war in like 3 seconds. So.
It's like every day now.
Dude, it's crazy.
It's with Russia, right?
And you just hearing Russia be like, we're not trying to go to war. We're not extenuating circumstances or whatever, and they're placing more and more troops at the border just to taunt us, I guess. I don't even know, man.
And what do? They just stand there?
They're gonna invade Ukraine.
Who's invading Ukraine?
Russia.
Okay. I hate to be dumb, but I always think of them one and the same.
They used to be back in like the 80s.
I was trying to stop you. I'm like, no, don't do that.
Well, you're not allowed to put them as one and the same?
They're completely different countries.
They have
they used to be a Soviet Union, right?
They used to be a Soviet state, yes. Were they a Soviet state by like choice?
Russians are always the villains in everything in movies, though.
Not always. They are
from Russia with love.
It's not the Russians. I'm not afraid of the Russians. I'm afraid of the government of Russia. That's not. The Russian people, by all understanding, are just perfectly fine.
Well, it's like that comedian who played Javelin. He's really weird, but he's funny on
Swedish
interviews.
Guy?
Yeah. Really, really weird. He talks about how, I think with Conan, like all the Germans are the villains in every movie, no matter what.
Is he German? They must be German.
I think so, but it's just, you have to watch his interviews. He's fucking crazy. But they talk about like Die Hard, like they have like out of nowhere, like some of the soldiers are just German, or some of the
His name is Hans Gruber.
I know, but he's not really German though. It's weird.
Yeah, he is. He just doesn't do the accent really. Alan Rickman just is like
Alan Rickman. He just does his voice, I guess. But yeah,
He calls him a cowboy, right?
I'm always worried we're gonna get into like a podcast where we're just like hella like down, like what happened, like a 9/11 event happened, we're gonna soldier on and do this. It's like we don't need to soldier on.
What do you mean?
Well, because like we're talking about like right now, we opened up. We mainly talk about pop culture, but like what's going on in the world, we're talking about,
Yeah, that's funny though.
dying in war is funny.
At this point, it has become ironic, and ironic equals funny. On
I'm
the
just worried one of these days we're gonna get on here and it's gonna be like, yeah, a lot of people.
They hit the Pentagon.
A lot of people died today.
A lot of people die every day.
I know. I'm talking about like maybe Independence Day type shit.
Dude, we've literally been in a pandemic for like
I don't think you'd be doing a
3 or 4
podcast if
years.
some Independence Day thing was going
No,
on.
but what if it was like one of those things? Like,
the guy did a podcast during Godzilla, so
yeah,
that's pretty
It's a
doomsday.
movie.
So is Independence Day.
well, what's the movie I'm thinking of? The world's ending, and the guy's like the news anchor's like in the room. He's the only one that stayed. I don't know why, and he's not even a popular character. It might
Don't Look Up. That
no,
newer movie?
it might be that to find a best friend within the world. Maybe
Just don't look up about the rapture or something.
no, don't look up's about the pandemic and how stupid people are.
Oh.
No, it's about an asteroid.
Yeah,
thing.
but it's mocking the way
Is it good?
we take. I heard it's really good.
it's like a newer version of Idiocracy.
Okay.
I haven't seen it, but it doesn't look like it'd be like that.
Oh,
far
I
out
get
of the
it.
Because Idiocracy is
I
like,
get it. They're ignoring the meteor.
and the media is making it not to a big thing, and
Yeah, okay, it all makes
they're
sense.
like, it's going to explode the world. They're like, will it hit my ex-wife's house? And it's like,
But like, how else are you supposed to react to that though? Like, to be real with you, and I know it's like a metaphor for the
well, what you
pandemic.
do is you get a drilling team and you send them on that fucking meteor.
That's what happens in the movie.
Swear to God,
They Armageddon it.
So they have like this.
I want to write movies so bad where something like that has to happen, where you have to get people that aren't made to do something.
And it still fails, and all the meteor shards just still crash into Earth. Is that what happens in the movie?
They
I
the
gotta
president
watch it.
teams up with it's
Leo,
a fake company like
Oh.
Yeah, this is
Like
turned into a Don't Look Up episode.
like Tesla.
that's fine to open
What-
up a
what's-
little bit
what's
with
the-
other
Elon
stuff.
Musk.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
some Elon Musk type guy teams up with the president, and he's supposed to be super smart. And then they end up doing that and going to space, and he only tested it on like a small portion, or didn't test his math correctly, and
Mm-hmm.
it just fell. So everybody dies at the end.
Yeah, but like I said, how are you supposed to respond to like inevitable doom?
Like,
I'm just gonna keep if
Don't-
there was a meteor heading towards Earth, I'm just gonna keep living my life. I may not go to work or anything, but I'm just gonna.
it would be weird.
do anything about
It'd be
it.
weird because people would do the whole hoarding food shit. Well, it's like that movie. It's a really good movie. Finding a friend within the world. It's Steve Carell and Keira Knightley. They become like, they hook up kind of like on this road of, we bump into each other and give each other a ride type of thing, and they end up getting to know each other. But her ex or whatever, he has this crazy ass bunker and it's full of guns and it's all ready to go, and he wants her to stay there and she doesn't, and it's a good movie, and it's kind of sad at the end, because of course it happens and they die, which I do like movies without doing the cop out of like, oh, we stopped it, and it's like, nah. They literally lay in bed and look at each other, and Steve Carell's like, I just want this to be my last moment is looking at you. And
Aww.
like, it's like real though. I mean, it's like,
Is it real?
in that moment, what else are you gonna fucking do? It's like, it's over. But I think it's that movie where the newscaster's like, everybody's gone, he's in a dark room, this is me signing off. I'm like, dude, I would have left a long time ago. Like,
No, you gotta go down to shit, man.
playing your violin. But yeah, no, I just think I don't know, I just don't want none of those days to come. But it's really bad because those are like watching a car accident. Like, you want to watch it.
No, it's
Oh,
like
I
watching a
watch
car.
compilation videos where people are driving dumb and just crashing.
It's like watching a car get stuck on train tracks.
But
Yeah,
it's that's
That's tragic.
It's
'Cause
entertaining.
You're just like the train's coming a mile away, and it knows the car's there. It knows it can't stop. It's just gonna go. and you
It's
just
sad
gotta
the
get
way
out.
your mind works, because like 9/11 documentaries, I'm all over it. Like, I like watching that, and it's like bad stuff.
What do you mean, like documentaries about like the people that were there, or like like
no
jet fuel can't melt steel beams?
I mean, I'll
whatever.
watch conspiracy. I'm always open to conspiracies. Doesn't mean I believe it, but like one I watch where everyone they followed the
You
story.
heard that? Ernie's in favor of Pizzagate, guys.
They followed a bunch of different people, like what they did that day, like workers in the building and custodians in the building, person that was supposed to be in the building to do like a project and all these different things. And it's just like how everything went up to the moment and stuff. It's nuts, but it's to me super interesting. But again, at the end of the day, everybody died, but not everybody, but it's just fucking nuts. And then now I just got to hear about Pete Davidson's dad dying in it all the time. Like
he seems to have gotten over it. So it's not your dad, so you can
dude,
get
the
over
jokes
it.
they give him burn so bad. No pun there, but they're pretty bad.
His dad probably didn't burn to death. His dad probably got crushed under a million rocks, under several thousand tons of building.
Fair enough.
Turned into strawberry jelly.
Fahrenheit.
What?
Nope.
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
What are you talking about? Is this a bit?
I guess. But anyways, yeah, I want to watch it. And this is the end. Is like Donnie bugs me all the time to watch it.
That movie's pretty good. But
it just looks overstimulating for me, and I'm like, I don't know if I really want to watch that. And a lot of the actors I like are in it, but those are a lot of people that I'm kind of over now, which I sound like an asshole. But a lot of them, I'm looking for like the new up and comer or even older people that can bring comedy. I'm so used to all those people's comedy now, like they're playing the same people. Like I love Danny McBride, I love Seth Rogen, but it's the same thing every time. I do want to catch Seth Rogen in that Hulu movie, the
Mario movie.
No. Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee, the leaked video, and like Ron Swanson is in it. I don't know why I can't think of his name, but they're like really acting in it. But yeah, this is the end reminds me of that
really
too.
Acting in it.
Well, like it's not Seth Rogen going, about everything, and he's actually like a different type of character than that. But anyways, Peacemaker. I mean,
I tried to convince you to watch it. Like,
can we give it for James Gunn for making a really good DC show?
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, like, they did.
There have been other pretty good DC shows. They just tend to go on way too long.
See, Ryan wants
Arrow for the first 2 or 3 seasons.
Two
Flash
to three episodes, maybe. Once it turned into Batman, like after the second episode, I was like,
people were like Smallville. People were like the Lois and Clark. The new
Smallville's good.
Lois and Clark
Smallville,
show.
But everyone said it's a Marvel take on Superman.
By the way, the guy who played Aquaman, the guy who plays Jack Reacher now or whatever,
he's Raphael too.
Enormous.
Yeah, I was watching.
Like he's like even like in the show, they've like he's like definitely they've given him steroids because he's huge.
He's Raphael, and he's in that movie, The Wedding Ringer. Mm-hmm. He's one of the guys, and he's like when he interviews him, or not the guy getting married, asking him, goes, man, like, it's kind of nice to have you here because you're good looking and you're pretty normal. And he's like, I'm just happy to be here. Not making fun of a stutter, but it's a weird, he does like a
stutter.
Kind of, but he does it like with a P for everything. Like
Porky Pig.
There was a
that's all.
A convention like 2 days ago, and one of the fans was asking Tom Welling, Superman, like about regrouping together and doing like something for the show. And he's like, yeah, we talk about it sometimes, but
one's on the cold.
I think it'll be hard to get Allison back.
Wow. You really went there.
The guy who plays Lex is now on Billions.
Well, he does.
Which that's like all I think is like, wow, Lex Luthor's on Billions.
He has a pretty, no, I won't say pretty popular, more popular than us podcast, yeah. But he gets a lot of people from like, he knows, so a lot of like actors will come on the show and talk to him about.
I loved him as Lex Luthor. That's who I see as Lex Luthor. Just by association, I guess.
He's just
young. Rainn Wilson does the voice of Lex Luthor now.
Who?
Rainn Wilson, the guy who plays Dwight.
Really?
Yeah, he's like he does a pretty good job.
In what though?
In like all the animated movies. So all the new Justice League.
False bat. I can't.
No,
hear
you just see Jesse Eisenberg.
He's got his like eclectic like branded one.
I don't know why. I've been seeing a lot of clips of the Facebook movie.
It's probably because of Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, I think so. But it's just I don't know. He's the same guy too in every movie. I like him, but I don't know what they were smoking when they were like Lex Luthor. Like
they were like, oh, because Zack Snyder wanted a weird version of Lex Luthor. He wanted a weird version of Superman, a weird version of Batman.
But Superman wasn't that weird, to be honest with you.
He's a little more brooding than some people. And don't get me wrong, I'm one of those weird people that did enjoy Man of Steel. But I enjoy Man of Steel at this point almost as you would enjoy a bad movie.
I hear is like
it has a cool Dragon Ball Z fight scene.
Also, it's just like this.
Killed everyone.
There's this weird sexual tension with the guy from Law and Order SVU and that one Kryptonian lady. They're like staring. They like lock eyes multiple times throughout the movie.
I mean, wouldn't you?
And like, there's just like his dad's a fucking idiot. Like the whole when he goes,
well, even like he was mad that he saved the kids on the bus, right?
Yeah, in the original Superman, his dad dies from a heart attack, and the point is that Superman could do anything to prevent that, right?
Mm-hmm.
He literally could have gone on there. But I'll be right back. No one will even see me. We can even just sit in the tornado, and I'll just hold you and the dog down. We'll be fine. Like it's so stupid.
I'm
but,
okay.
Yeah, but I love that part of the movie. The fact they have to go back for the dog because it's a movie.
You're spiking.
It's not popping though.
I know, but you're spiking. Go ahead.
So you just thought you could just cut off the entire momentum of what I was saying?
Yeah.
You're like a real piece of shit, Ernie.
Weird, right?
Weird, right? Who'd have thought? Not me.
But no, yeah, Pa Kent fucking sucked. Pa Kent was
yeah, but that movie is still enjoyable for me for some reason.
I just hear the Charlie Brown song through the whole movie.
I like it. Oh my god, what's his name? The guy who plays Zod. I like his Zod.
I mean, he's
relatively threatening.
He's a good actor. Well, Terrence Stamp was a fucking great Zod.
And Henry Cavill's a good actor too.
Henry Cavill's a good actor. I don't take that past him. But
did you ever watch The Witcher?
Mm-hmm. Okay. We talked about that. Okay. Not how I need to watch it because you guys watched it.
Second season's better than the first season, I think.
It's a lot better
because it's
the pacing.
And I literally rewatched the whole first season, but
money?
Skipped Yennefer and series.
She's the best character.
Yennefer's not the best character in the show. Jaskier is the best character in the show. He's just the best because he's the most human character in the show. No. I don't know. Yennefer gets on my nerves.
Yennefer's Yas.
Agree to disagree. I like Marigold more.
Marigold. Oh, is that the plant?
Yes, she's the.
It's Jamiroquai. He sang in the late 90s.
Mm-hmm. What?
Virtual
reality.
We
were so hard for that song. My mom bought the fucking cassette. Sorry. You guys
go back to Peacemaker, I guess.
Do you really want to get nasty?
That's definitely not how that song goes.
How's it go?
Do you really want to taste it?
Taste it.
The song is called "Do You Want to Taste It."
First of all,
because
throw your dog. In
the show, where she's in prison,
Orange Is New Black.
Yeah. Her nickname in the show is Tasty.
Big Tasty. First of all, I just showed Logan the intro because I told him, when we were
probably can't watch that.
No, I told him. Crystal was like, "Can he?" I think I mentioned on the other podcast. Can he watch?
Has he watched The Boys? Then no.
No, I don't let him watch The Boys.
Yeah, then no.
I hate it when parents are kind of like, "Oh, you're not that cool." I'm like, dude, I let my kids watch my kid.
You watched your kid watch The Predator?
Yeah, like his arm gets cut off, but it's pretty like 80s cut off, where it's like a rubber.
Off the chest.
It's a rubber arm, and it's just like and it's like really bad. We're in a time where the deaths look horribly good.
when
but like
when it turns into sexual Tyrannosaurus, like me, that's the line that kills me in Predator. That's just Jesse Ventura. The body is like. I can't say the rest of it, but
but like in The Boys, where she's making dude eat her out, that's already a bad scene for him to watch. And then she just uses her thighs to squish the brain straight out of his head. What
about the weird mommy fetish that Homelander has?
Okay, yes, but I'm just saying there's a lot.
What about the weird sticking your hands in the gills? What about
I forgot
That
about
made
about
me feel
the
pain.
plethora of a horrible, weird shit?
I'm
in
just
that
saying
show?
in general, when it comes to like sex and making things look realistic, like we're in a different
Stick
time.
a bomb up a guy's ass.
Yeah, at least you do see the splatter everywhere.
Yeah,
Well, he's invincible, but I guess the invincible turns off once he's splattered.
Well, no, his Jesus, I can't believe you don't remember this from the boys. His skin is like the material it is made out of that makes it see-through is also like super durable, so they can't do anything on the outside. So the reason they stick the bomb up his ass is because he's not that way on the inside. So they just blow him up from the inside out.
I just thought it was, yeah, I guess.
like that show shows you what it's gonna be in the first like 5 minutes when the speed guy runs through.
A-Train, baby.
It's so weird because A-Train was a white dude in the comics.
Yeah, there was a lot of changes.
but
to
I
those.
like the actor.
Is he a redhead
think
in the
so.
comics?
He had like
That's a big trope. In Hollywood.
Stormfront was a dude too.
yes.
So
How many DC characters that were redheaded are now black characters?
oh my God, Wally West! No.
Iris.
Starfire.
Starfire.
Yeah, Jesus, I didn't realize that. I don't think Starfire really counts.
See, they don't like gingers. See, if I could have anyone on the back, I want Wally West back. Because that was the Justice League Unlimited Flash. That's the one I remember.
If Guy Garner becomes a black
oh my
guy,
God, I
swear
will
to
I will die.
I'm not racist, but you got to make that guy an angry ginger with no soul.
We got
but
Jon Stewart.
Yeah.
yeah. But I'm just saying, you're saying they changed it.
Everybody's got a Green Lantern now.
The list is longer. I just can't remember them.
But on my way here,
Barbara, the new Batgirl.
that's Barbara.
Mm-hmm.
That's so bad. I've been slowly keeping
Is
up
that
with
Barbara? I thought it was the other
That's
one.
what I
the
thought.
red wig.
No, it's the red wig one.
Mm-mm.
Is that gonna be an HBO Max series? Okay.
Oh, also,
No, it's
Jamie
making-
Foxx is going to be Superman.
No. Supposedly I heard. I don't know. There's a bunch of shit. I've heard
He's
Denzel.
playing Clark Kent Superman.
Then I've heard they're gonna do a Clark Kent black, and then they're gonna do
Oh, Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B.
Oh,
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan is what I meant. Sorry.
And then they're gonna do an actual
Jesus.
Clark Kent black, and then they're gonna do the what's his name?
Static Shock.
No, the black Superman from the other dimension. Or
I don't know.
Anyway, so Peacemaker. So on my way, getting ready to go here, I told Logan, like, I really wish you go watch Peacemaker, and he's like, yeah. And I was just like, it's something that I think you would like a lot of stuff. It's funny, and but I go, and I was like, here, I'll let you at least watch the intro on our way here, and then
watch Scooby Doo.
and after he's done watching it, he was just like,
there's tits, right?
when he's fucking that girl in the beginning, yeah.
Okay.
There was tits and Curb Your Enthusiasm. I was watching last night.
Yeah,
It
but
was
is your
just
son watching Curb?
No.
Curb Your
weird. He
Enthusiasm?
likes Seinfeld though. It's weird.
Oh,
That
he's,
is weird.
like forced to watch what you watch.
Yeah, he ends up
Yeah.
liking it.
Yeah, because there's nothing else to watch. You haven't extended his
but he
range of consumption.
he watched the intro and I'm like, so what do you think about that? He's like, looks crazy, looks good, and I'm like, yeah, sorry, can't watch it though. But that intro, like, I told Declan, I thought it was for just the first episode, and it's so crazy. And I watched a video.
I miss that though. I miss weird.
I watched
songs at the beginning of shows.
the making of it, like, it's like a 2-minute thing, and it was really cool because what they're all talking about, like,
I didn't realize, like, until the second episode, the intro's like it kind of mimics the butterflies, their movements and everything, because they all have really like monotone faces when they're dancing.
what's that walk like? That's from something. People do that walk.
I don't know.
There was a choreographer on there, and it was funny because those moves aren't very. There are some, but some are just so like plain weird.
I think it's supposed to be weird.
But the way
Yeah, it's weird when you get the neo-Nazi father doing pelvic thrusts at the camera.
but the way the camera swivels around him and just it's done. Just
and then the doors
so
open,
well.
and then they fucking Merv or whatever, and Harcourt. God, what a weird, what a horrible one. It's a very comic
That's-
book name.
One of my issues with that show is I can only remember the names of Adebayo, Peacemaker, and Vigilante.
It's Vigilante, Peacemaker, out of Bio, Hardcourt.
It's like Icor.
No, what's his?
The fat guy.
It's
is
Merv.
like Icoritis.
Weird
Steve
beard.
Agee. Yeah, dyed beard.
Mern is the black.
Merv.
It's Mern, I thought.
Is it Mern? I don't know.
Guff is the mosquito.
Goff.
Is it Goff?
It's Goff.
That's no.
It's Goff.
Goff. Okay.
What'd you think I said?
Goth.
It's Goff.
Like a goth girl. Everyone's fetish. Goth girl. I thought.
No. Big titty goth girls. Go GF, sorry.
But yeah, the intro just fucking, I was like, all right. And then the second episode started and it played it again. Then I thought they're eventually going to do a thing where it's just like, I was telling Declan, where it just does like a little bit of the music and it's just a title and not waste that extra time. And it's like, no, every time.
James Gunn wants you to watch that every time.
Did you watch the end credits? The after credit stuff?
Yeah, where it's almost
the weird ad lib stuff.
Yeah, it's
that
almost,
one's.
It's almost like it's a blooper, but it's not.
Dude, the guy who plays the assassin Mern calls in, he shows up in like 4 of them. That guy's a fucking weirdo.
Which assassin?
The guy who takes over the chief of police role.
Oh yeah, where he's like laughing when
he's like trying to get a character, so when they come, they think he's actually sad over them, and like there's dude, he's just a fucking weirdo, but he does a good job. I mean, he creeps me out, man.
He plays a creepy guy in Supernatural.
Yeah, he looks like he'd be a that kind of role. That's where they just get him for that.
But yeah, so it's really weird where they start off though with the show because. They
literally almost start off exactly after.
But the weird thing is, I feel like Amanda Waller would have killed him. I remember the whole time watching Suicide Squad, I'm like, they did.
No, they explained why she didn't, because she used him as a pawn. Remember, she's going to set him up.
Yeah, but it's
She's
like their punishment was to take over, like, the Peacemaker, whatever, Project Butterfly, and use Peacemaker.
Yeah, and take the fall for all this crazy stuff that's going to happen.
But basically, I just was like, I thought she would. The wall is pretty savage. I thought she would just kill them.
The thing is,
who was the other?
She's using him.
It was the big dude and the blonde girl,
Harcourt,
and there was like a black girl.
Eponymous. His name's Eponymous.
That hit her in the head. What happened to that girl? She died.
Hit her.
Who?
In Suicide Squad, that hits her with the keyboard.
What?
Oh, a part of that little group.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Nothing is brought up with her later. I think she just gets killed.
She got killed
for hitting her in the head.
Oh no, yeah, she gets there's a little bit of a thing. She gets arrested. There's like a I think it's at the very beginning or at the end of the movie or the very beginning of the series, they show a clip of like that girl getting pinned down to a fucking table and arrested. And like Amanda's got like ice on her head.
What's crazy to me is how the spinoff is so much better than Suicide Squad.
But Suicide Squad isn't that bad of a movie.
It's not that good of a movie. It's like mediocre. It's okay. I've watched it once.
I think you're a hater. I think you're a Marvel supremacist.
They fucked up on hella shit.
You're getting paid by Disney, bro. You're a Disney shill. You are a Disney shill, though.
I definitely am.
Yeah, both of you guys are.
But I still.
I'm not saying I'm a
DC movies.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm a DC fanboy. I'm just saying Shazam has been the most enjoyable superhero movie I've seen in the longest time.
That's bad because Shazam's like better than all the other superheroes.
It's better than most of the Marvel movies I've seen recently.
Well, I mean,
it's better than Eternals.
Yeah,
it's better than fucking Black Widow.
Yeah, those aren't hard feats though for me. Not for me at all, at least.
I still quote Black Widow.
I didn't know there's quotes in that movie.
Anything Yelena says.
Yelena's just gold.
All I can ever think is Keith Bishop. Keith Bishop. Are you keep saying my full name because you want to intimidate me? Yes.
God, see, I love that series. We're talking about the series, a different series, and I love that series.
I still think Peacemaker's better than it, but
see, it's tough that one because it copies so much of Matt Fraction's run. It was so.
That's what
good.
I'm saying, though. Like James Gunn just did what the fuck ever he wanted, and it just worked out.
But see, that's kind of weird though, because
should we go over the plot? By the way,
I mean, we could go.
That's what most podcasts do.
But we're not most podcasts because people go on to those podcasts.
So we ramble on aimlessly about the thing.
And they could go to them and they go, oh yeah, they talked about the whole fucking thing that I already watched.
I'm not saying we need to talk about the whole fucking thing. Jesus.
But like I said, it was kind of weird because how it started. It's like
he gets out of the hospital. The Indian guy,
and it's almost like he does. That scene was good. It was a good opening scene with him talking.
Well, I think that was in at least the part where he's like Peacemaker's not that's not a real superhero. It's in the trailer, but like that whole scene is very funny, and it's weird. I was not expecting that character to show up again later. Right?
What's really weird is this show added so much depth to the character that maybe James Gunn wanted to add into the movie, but you really couldn't with Suicide Squad because there's too many fucking characters.
Ensemble cast.
Well, see, here's the thing, and I've explained this a million times. Why I thought Guardians was amazing was, and I use this a million times. You go watch a lot of movies, like the first Suicide Squad movie. No, maybe not that. I forgot what I was kind of referring to. I don't know. But regardless, when you see Guardians for the first time, a lot of people didn't know who the fuck the Guardians were. We knew because we read the comics and shit.
Sure.
But a lot of people, when they left the theater, everybody had favorites. And it could have been anybody, and you couldn't argue against them. Like,
sure,
Gamora,
is that like the strength of James Gunn's writing?
Yes, I believe as well.
Okay,
I think James Gunn had that power
because he sort of revolutionized those characters. Correct. He like changed all of their original concepts for the most part.
I don't know their original concepts.
I think I would say
gave Groot more of a personality and.
Yeah,
Rocket wasn't British anymore, or that was only an MPC3 thing.
MV3.
MPC3. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. MPC3.
Oh, they say MPC. I don't know.
Street Fighter 6.
Street Fighter of every. Cannot talk. So the Street Fighter of everything. That logo.
Yeah, that's a horrible logo. But the thing is, he made it where all the characters were. It's weird because ensembles are really hard to make work, and I think Marvel gave him the freedom, like with Peacemaker, do what the fuck you want to do. All we need to do is make sure this part's in with the gym shit, this. So when people got out, most people could name every character in the movie, even if you never saw these characters. So that means they stuck with you. So I felt like with Peacemaker, it was the same thing, and everyone could try to compare it, I think, to the new Suicide Squad. And I said the thing, it reminded me a lot of Guardians, but the thing it was lacking was that heart in Suicide Squad. Like, we have moments where they try to force with the rat catcher, and a little bit with Polka Dot Man.
I think that James Gunn might have realized that it's also a more inappropriate setting for that because these people aren't the Guardians. They're not like they're not rascals, right? The Guardians were all rascals, except for I guess Gamora, who's a bloodthirsty killer.
I was gonna say, but to be real,
Drax is a psychopath. But still, they're not inherently evil people, right?
Well,
half of the Suicide Squad are just fucking criminals.
But they're supposed to be rehabilitating characters.
No, that's never what the Suicide Squad was really for. I don't think any of the good Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because a lot of them turn out to be heroes eventually. It's a rehabilitation program.
No,
that's
it's
why
not.
Harley Quinn joined like whatever.
It's not a rehabilitation program. It's never been called a rehabilitation.
Justice League something now, or
I thought it was just something that they're forced against their will.
That's exactly what it is. Amanda Waller doesn't care about rehabilitating these fucking people. She's just using them she's never even going to give them their freedom. She says she will, but she never really does.
But for me, like I said, it lacked a lot of heart for just the overall idea of
Jets Earthquake,
the characters, heart in the film, not just character heart. And then what Peacemaker did was give heart to the whole thing, just like Guardians again. So that's where I really was like, okay, like there was moments that fucking like, damn, like almost like I didn't think they should even go there. But
like what moments?
Like, wow, I like John Cena.
Okay, here's the thing. Let's go to my wrestling side. I hate John Cena because they make him win all the time. All right, John Cena's great on the mic. That fool does not flub on the mic. I'll give you that. I just hate him. Whatever. He left for a long ass time to do movies, and he came back. And I won't lie, I was actually happy to see him back because I was tired of Roman Reigns winning all the time.
Well, for me, the thing is, I don't know if it's like part of his actual dialogue, but him jumping on the Rock a lot
there is an interview that they ask him about that, and he explains that he was 100% wrong, that he owes the Rock everything because the Rock going out doing what he did, he says you can't do the wrestling thing forever, and he gave so many opportunities. It's a really like in-depth apology and like what he feels about. So my hat gets tipped off to him.
Hey, they'll be in the same fucking universe, so.
And John Cena actually is copyrighted, TM'd by WWE. So whatever he does, they make money off him, and he says he's okay with that. He says they made me what I am, and I don't know. I would have a little problem with that. I guess that's why The Rock dropped the Dwayne The Rock Johnson a lot. He just does a lot of Dwayne Johnson now, I think. But I don't know. It's all weird. But back to the show. What you're saying, just a lot of the like too much sometimes. It's like he was almost like a Drax-like character, really good. And like I loved him in Suicide Squad. But they gave him so much background that was so painful. I mean,
that's what I think is a big difference between this and Guardians. Is this is, even though there's an ensemble cast, it's not necessarily about, nobody really develops that much.
But I feel
perspective of Peacemaker, right? Because Peacemaker sort of changes all of them.
I feel different. I think they all. Well, yes, I believe Peacemaker does change,
but it's mainly about Peacemaker.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Like he's the main.
But everybody
character.
Gets moments where you're like,
sure, but that's in most TV shows. That each character gets moments and stuff. It's not like it's.
It's hard to pull off where it's you actually care about it though.
Yeah, but it's not like the cast is all together at all times. It's like sometimes it'll be Peacemaker not a bio, it'll be Peacemaker and Vigilante, it'll be Peacemaker by himself. Most of the time we don't see.
To be honest, Vigilante I think is the only guy that I didn't get like a moment of like he got.
That's like I hate that character, but I think that's
favorite.
The point of it
well, it's
is that you hate him. He's autistic, clearly.
He's Deadpool.
He's like Deadpool, but sucks. Well, actually, he can fight somewhat, but he's a sociopath. He's fucking.
That's a better way of putting it.
He's crazy.
I said autistic. That's a better way of putting it.
Yeah, he's sociopath. He doesn't have connection to. But it's weird because much as he doesn't have connection to human life and stuff, he's so wanted to be wanted.
He's also a badass, by the way, because he gets shot in the last episode.
How
he gets
many
shot
times?
At one point. He flips around, and throws the knife, and hits the guy in the head. I was like,
how many times? He's that nerd that got picked on in school and just trained in his backyard throwing knives and shit, and just got good at it.
Also, he definitely has a crush on Peacemaker.
Oh yeah,
for sure. Right?
That's one character that a lot of comic people are mad about.
Because they made him different. Because he was like a badass in the comics. Like Crystal's like.
But the original Vigilante was a cowboy.
No.
Yes.
No. Well, maybe there was a Vigilante character, not that Vigilante.
Not that one specifically?
Yeah, because there's that Vigilante.
How many Vigilantes are there?
There's a bunch.
I guess
Batman. Moon Knight. No, but what's funny is every time he's getting hurt, I'm like, fuck, dude, he's over. Like, he's driving, he rolls into a ditch, and because he's so hurt, and then, like, they're fine. He's fine again.
That's what I mean, though.
So I don't get it. And
he's got crazy person strength.
And at the end of it, he gets fucked up and then throws a knife, cool move, and then he walks up, hey guys, and then I look at Chris like, how many fucking times this guy gonna almost die?
But I think there's really good development with each character because they meet Peacemaker, and that's sort of the key. Is that like Hardcore opens up a little bit, and I liked Hardcore's character a lot because she's a hard ass, no nonsense woman, right? But like she's clearly, and everybody treats her the way you would treat a human being like this. She's clearly a bitch. Everybody treats her that way, even out of bios. Like, you're just an asshole, like for no reason.
And she's a bitch to everybody else.
But then she learns to be a lot nicer, and she
like when she takes
the
picture, it's kind of like, oh, she's kind of
and then
caring about this group.
She smiles away from everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eponymous or whatever. I think his name is Eponymous or something like that.
Hippopotamus.
Eponymous.
Hip hop anonymous.
Steve Agee's character, like
who is he? Why do you know his name?
He's the tech guy. I watched the TV show, so I believe his name. I remember his name being something akin to Eponymous.
It's a weird name. I'm gonna look it up because I want to know the name.
But his character,
Economist.
Economist.
Really cool, weird name.
He comes out of a shell and like
fuck
him and Peacemaker are like not friends, but then they find that one thing they can bond over, right?
He's got so many fucking cool moments.
He's got a thick.
He comes through, like he does the van thing, hits whatever judo master, but he gets to use a chainsaw, and Crystal's like, how much that Vigilante's gonna be pissed off that he didn't get to use it, and then like right after that he's like, fuck man,
yeah, he chainsaws a gorilla, and that's fucking
he's like, didn't I just say I wanted to do that? And every time he's just like, fuck yeah. And then the horrible thing in the last episode, he just like trips and breaks his leg.
No, but he still crawls out there, though.
No, it's great, dude.
And then there's the moment where he's like...
talks about the beard.
Oh, my God.
I got a little teary-eyed.
That's so funny, though, because that's like... It was a relatively long-running joke that now you're like, I feel hella bad.
Yeah, and then you see it on John Cena's face, like... This guy, it was just a running joke.
But
for
that's
me.
the thing is, John Cena gets his humanity,
But
right?
but it's not just humanity. It's real life. That's what James.
What does that
Gunn,
mean?
I feel we don't realize sometimes that we're fucking with someone, and it means nothing to us.
Yeah.
And we do it all the time, but we don't know what they take home with them.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, when he spilled his guts like that, I'm like, fuck, we've all been there. Where someone kept
I feel
on.
like you guys are talking directly to each other right now.
He does that a lot.
Do you know what they say? Do you know what they say is?
I mean, it's awkward for me to turn to the camera and talk this way because then I can't see either of you. But for him, it's like
they say the person you like more, you tend to look at them more during the conversation. Sorry, Ryan. No, but it's mainly because what he's saying. But no, but it's true. Like
I did ask him a question too. I was like, "What is this? Is
No, I just felt like it felt pointed.
Ernie just says this is
You've heard me so many times.
Ernie says that this is reality a lot, and you got to get him to explain what that means. Because this is reality doesn't mean anything, but you went in and explained it, and now I understand what you're talking about, right? See, you're a smart guy. You just hide it behind dumb, grandiose statements that don't mean
And
anything.
one day I'm gonna have a gun to me, and I'm gonna be like, people think I'm a smart guy, but no, but
Actually, I'm a big dummy.
that moment, it's like everyone's been there, and you see everybody just feel like shit. Like we treated this guy like shit. And it's funny that he keeps bringing up the beard thing through the whole thing, and you laugh at it. You're like,
By the way, is that the real color of his beard? I wonder.
I don't know.
I wonder if he dyed the beard for the show to be like, James Gunn's like, this is a long running, I want this to start and end by this season. I want you to dye your beard.
He had the most relatable moments, I think, through this series. Like walking in, seeing the big ass cow.
Well, it's because you're a big, fat, bearded nerd.
Yeah. But walking in, seeing that cow going like, fuck this, fuck this.
No, I'm
more
done with kaiju. No more kaiju. No more. That was good.
But
Because he does that. He does that when Starro shows up.
Mhm.
He calls him a kaiju, and I thought it was funny. I was like, "Oh shit, call back."
But yeah, and like back to everything, it's weird. The dad was a very odd subplot because it didn't really take place with the story. But again, I don't get the whole story with the idea with Peacemaker. So he's working for them again. He's not in the Suicide Squad.
Yes.
He's in Task Force X, I guess they call it now.
No,
'Cause she
Task
says
Force
at the end-
X is the Suicide Squad.
Right. Well, she says that at the end or whatever. I guess they call the slang for them is Suicide Squad. But like,
What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?
Wink at the camera. But is he?
Wow, I'm quite the dead shot.
Is he losing sentence time for this? Is he going to be free eventually?
I don't think that. I think that's something Amanda Waller tells people. I don't think that's something that ever happens.
Well, it seems like
and you
she-
got to think when you've murdered like 70 people, that's like 70 life sentences. So that's like 700 years.
But all he ever did it was for peace.
Was it, or was it for racism? And that's kind of what Adebayo calls him out on, is that she's like, all this shit you did early in your career, you did for your father, who's like a. I think they call him the White Dragon of the KKK. I don't know if that's an actual KKK, but he's basically like a.
It's actually an actual character, though.
I know, but he's
That's
he's
racist.
basically like a grand wizard of the KKK. Like the guys literally kneel down and hail him in front of everybody else. It's like he's got like when he gets out of prison, like,
His
I
suit-
want to go home and I want to have a bitch suck my dick, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna kill my fucking son.
His suit is a little too Power Ranger. It did play off very
cool.
well to the comic book suit, but it just looked too Power Rangers when he was walking around through the forest.
But James Gunn does a good good job at shooing stuff like that away. It's a lot like Sam Raimi, where it's like it's a comic book movie, so it's very out there, right? Like there's a part where they walk through the fucking the closet, and Vigilante's like, what the fuck is this? He's like, oh, it's a quantum closet. Then they don't talk about it for the rest of the thing. It's just something that's in the universe, right? You know, people just have powered suits, right? People just have helmets that give people scabies.
I thought that was gonna play a part. I really did. I was like, is he gonna put that
Gives
on?
everybody in a
and give
mile
it-
radius
give it
scabies, except
all-
for the wheel.
all to the people that took over the bodies and stuff. What we were trying to figure out was, can you abstract the butterflies from them and keep they're
no.
alive?
No.
Or are they already
No,
dead?
they
like it,
clearly
like-
squirt up blood.
Well, because when they kill Mern or whatever the fuck his name is, his is like in his brain piloting. It looks like
it eats through the brain though, so those people are dead.
Yeah, okay. That's what I figured, but that's what my wife's like.
Do you know that
they have to kill all these people, then they don't get to come back. They're shooting them. I'm like, I think they're gone.
I felt bad for the cop guy. He's pretty typecast now.
Oh, that guy? That guy's in Bruce Willis movies. He's in those really shitty Bruce Willis movies.
The cop that
the Asian chick's partner?
Yeah, I hate that actor. I cannot stand him.
What? The guy
he's always a douche in every fucking movie he's in.
He's just got that
douche face.
They are, when they're like cops, they're pretty good together. Like,
that's what sucks too, is like then you watch the intro on like whatever 5 and you're like, oh, she's a bad guy.
They all get killed. She comes, all those spaceships come down. And
I was like, oh, she's a bad guy now. And it's like,
I thought that one cop guy was going to get out of there and not get eaten. I was like, at least he'll survive. Maybe he'll be like, oh shit, let me find a peacemaker. Maybe they know what's going on or some shit. But nope, honestly, that guy's fucking dead.
It was actually at the end of it all, there was no real villain besides maybe the dad.
Judo master.
They
didn't really explain much about Judo Master.
Okay.
At the end, he's crying.
Yeah, because he's sad about
why is he
butterfly.
eating hot Cheetos all the time?
That's his thing.
New Rockstars was like, I think that
Is that a man or a child?
That's a man. That's a man, baby. No, that's a man. You could tell. They're saying maybe he eats the hot Cheetos because the moss won't go in there. I'm like, I don't think that, or the butterflies. I don't think that they would really care about.
They seem to be working with him, and he seemed to be like supporting them. So maybe he's like, well, they try to turn Peacemaker.
They say Judo Master understood and blah 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, it was weird. So I thought when he fucked that chick in the beginning and she got all crazy, fucking blows her up to smithereens, I thought we got a DC character. So I'm looking up, who was she? Was that
Cheetah or
no? Not Cheetah. I was thinking of she's on the Click. She has green hair. She's very feral. She's part of Big Barda's the girl group.
The Femme Furies.
Yeah, I thought she was one of them, and I was like, did we already get like a cameo?
just get a character from Apocalypse in the middle of this fucking.
Just a random like character.
That's not a random character. That's like.
But they're never going to use a person like that. I figured.
They did mention some like random characters.
They mentioned a shit ton of characters.
He killed.
Oh, you're talking about lad.
He killed
Lad Eater.
Matter Eater Lad.
Mad Eater Lad.
Matter Eater.
Matter Eater Lad. Whatever.
He killed fucking Kite Man. He killed him. He went to a kid's fucking show and tell, told all these kids that he killed fucking Kite Man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's blasphemy. I don't believe it.
Last character though I kind of want to talk about is Adebayo. She's your perspective character in this whole thing.
I think a lot of people were perspective. Not a lot. Okay, I should take that back. I think the fat guy kind of gave perspective. Yes, she is the fish in the water, the new fish in the water.
Out of water.
Fish out of water. I did not see Waller connection coming.
You didn't?
No.
See, I did, but I'm racist.
When they cast her, I did not think, oh, she's just gonna be a new chick or whatever.
Also, very, very tasteful relationship. It just seemed normal, right?
Yeah.
Which is like a positive. In my mind's a positive.
I was like, I guess they don't want to pay all those money for her to come in that much. She did a video chat on the first one, and the last one she's just watching on TV. So.
But they had the little dogs.
A lot was going on during the pandemic.
It's very Marvel, Nick Fury, and
yes.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. She was awesome. And what I really, really liked about this was when she's like, fuck this at the end and starts shooting and spinning around and shooting people. Like, we don't get fat people doing these kind of things and looking badass.
Yes, fat people can use guns too.
But we don't get it, dude. Like, I'm speaking for fat people everywhere. So I told Crystal, it's nice to see a bunch of like minorities, people of different shapes in this show that are actually just like
an eagle.
I guess we could get to Eagly, but
yeah, we gotta talk about Eagly.
But it's just dope that these are like random. I mean, the big dude, Econominus or the fuck is
Economist.
He's chainsaw.
That's the guy who did the body work for
a gorilla
for King Shark.
Oh, he's the one that's a comedian.
Yes, Steve Agee. Yeah. Supposedly,
I'd never seen his name.
Allegedly.
But that's the thing is like it's cool because it's like this could happen and shit.
Can we talk about the eagle?
Yeah, it's weird.
Well, I told you when we were talking about the opening, that's a specific part where Eagly comes in at the very end, and it's the way somebody animated. It's like Eagly missed his mark, so he has to like correct his feet and like Ka again. And I just think that's really, whoever did specifically the eagly animation did a really good job at like giving personality to this bird, right? Like when oh my god, an eagle hugged me.
It's just James Gunn's thing of having some type of animal
Mm-hmm.
or something in his movies.
Well, it's like a King Shark or Groot more than Rocket, right?
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
Why?
Like
I'm like, why you keep going Scooby Doo? But that's right.
Because it's James Gunn. I watched it like 2
Do you
days
do
ago.
both of them?
I think so.
Oh
Did
my
he?
god, that's right. James Gunn did direct those Scooby-Doo movies.
Those aren't that good though.
The first one's
The first one's all right. The first one's
Is
when
that-
they come back
that's not-
together, right?
is that the one Scrappy Doo's the villain at the end of it?
They're
Yeah.
Scrappy-Doo's the villain at the end of both of them, right?
No.
I thought is the island this first one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Something's going on.
Wait,
I'm singing in my head right now.
Outcast had a song on there with Killer Mike
Killer Mike.
and Outcast.
In the land
Live
of a million children.
That song's so dope. Going on.
You want to talk about the cameo at the very end? I told you there's no big cameo. I loved it. I don't care what you said.
It's- okay.
Aquaman canonically said fuck. He said fuck you, Barry, and that's awesome.
First of all, I think it's a bad move.
It is. It was a weird thing for them to show. I was
Because
like,
on top of it, it makes the Justice League look like assholes.
yeah.
Because they didn't give a fuck about what Peacemaker was fighting against, so they came at the last second. Also,
Flash could have been there.
first thing I thought was, why, if they were aware, Flash could have been there helping, snatching them all up. It just was a bad move on James Gunn, I think, because you're basically saying fuck you, the Justice League. Like, you guys sucked. This group of 5 normal people and 1 strong ass soldier.
But when you think about it, one of the Justice League members could have solved that whole problem.
No, yeah, I mean,
Any of them. Any
and
single
they didn't.
Justice League.
And they didn't.
Yeah, but
And it also made me think, we don't.
Batman.
I know it makes me, but that's the whole thing.
I killed him.
They could all been gone and doing things and never had to show
Superman
up.
could have been in space.
Everyone could
You could have
been
had
somewhere
one.
else.
You could have just had Flash and Barry show up. I think that would have been fine.
Well, what's
But to have
funny-
Wonder Woman and Superman show up, I was like, what the fuck?
I never got to.
Well, they were just
They were just
CGI.
shit. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Though, is
I
like,
never got
just
to
have the two that you
I saw
got
I saw the
there.
picture and I thought it was for something else. And
Mhm.
people made a meme that said DLC on Superman and DLC on
Yeah,
Wonder
like they're
Woman,
unlocked characters.
Unlocked. So
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I never saw 6.
I read that to do that scene, he used Marvel's recording equipment in studio because he's just about to start Guardians.
Mm.
So he used like Marvel's money.
And Aquaman's all Aquaman out. I haven't watched him Aquaman out, and Barry's just doesn't get work really no more. So I feel like he's
He's in
He's
Harry
in
Potter
another
movies.
what movie?
And
He's also going to be in his own Flash movie.
Yes, I know that.
what's the
Fantastic Beasts and Where to
Yeah.
Find Them. They're in the
new
suitcase.
Dumbledore movie.
Yeah.
Dumbledore. But yeah, it made me also believe that we don't need Justice League. I know we're making DC movies, but
I would like to see.
we need.
I would like to see Justice League International personally.
We just need a bunch of.
It's a far more fun collection of characters.
Peacemaker is a shitty ass character,
Sure.
and we made him, or he made him into gloriousness.
Sure.
So
God damn it! Write a blue and gold series, you cowards. Give me a
Let's-
Blue Beetle Booster Gold
let's
series.
not focus on all the failures of the main super people that we think are going to sell. Let's just start making movies off the obscure people.
Black Adam's got Hawkman, Dr. Fate.
To be real, they're not that obscure.
They are pretty obscure.
But
if I asked a normal person, because Dr.
yes,
Fate's like
yes,
not on the
Dr.
level.
Fate
of-
is not on Superman level. of
not
course.
even on like any of them. Not even like Iron Man level before the movies or anything. Like Dr. Fate's pretty irrelevant in the grand scheme of things. He shows up very infrequently. You know, Constantine's the big magic guy, even though Dr. Fate's pretty close to Doctor Strange. Right?
I was reading something and he corrects somebody and tells him it's Constantine because he calls him Constantine with T-E-N written. He goes, it's actually Constantine. And someone posts like, have I been saying it wrong our whole life? But it's like it's never been. Everybody calls him Constantine.
Constantine would make sense.
Yeah.
And
Constantine's the first Catholic Roman emperor.
they're like, well, him being British, it makes sense that he would be a Tyne.
No,
And I was like-
Stein is like a German thing. It's a Germanic.
Because he's like Tyne. Constantine. Like it's an old
Constantine?
ass comic. It's an old ass comic too.
So-
But like for me, it's just
Yeah, but they change all that shit whenever they fucking want. Blade used to be British. They can make Blade British again.
Constantine's on your wall right now.
John Constantine.
That movie wasn't bad. Just
I know,
don't
I
call it
watched it
John
earlier
Constantine.
today.
Just don't call it John
He
Constantine.
quit smoking. That's the word. That's the least John Constantine thing you could ever do.
He was gonna die of cancer.
But that's
He
the
had
thing.
to.
That's the thing. Is John Constantine doesn't give a shit. That's like a crux point of his character. That he
And I
just
don't
doesn't
think
give a
I don't
shit.
think hell or heaven would take him anyways. He would be.
That's
sent back.
basically what he is. He like can't die, right? Because he's made some deal with both heaven and hell. Is he? Who the fuck is that? Is Hellraiser's the Pin's movie, right? Or is that is there a comic called Hellraiser?
That's
Yeah.
his comics.
That's his
Oh,
comics, Hellraiser. Okay.
And then
No, Hellblazer.
Hellblazer.
yeah.
Okay.
Hellraiser's the
Hellraiser's the
horror
Pinhead.
movie.
or something.
Yeah, Pinhead.
DC
Who you
tried
calling
to
Pinhead?
try to make him more like superhero-ish with the new 52, and they
Mm.
renamed him didn't rename him.
When are we getting some fucking J.J. Abrams stuff? He's supposed to be doing the Dark World
That's
People-
or the Justice League Dark, whatever.
People weren't really. People have lost their.
interest.
I don't care. I want to see Ragman. Goddammit. He said he was going to do Ragman. I want to see
People
Ragman.
have lost their faith in Abram after Star Wars. They felt like
Has he ever made a good movie?
I like Cloverfield.
Oh, that's right. I was about to, did he do Cloverfield? Did he do both? No, he
did
produced the second one.
He did Star Trek.
Didn't like many of those movies.
I didn't-
I like the third one. The third one's good because the third one's a Bones movie. And
Have they
and
gone
Carl
that
Urban?
far?
Yes, there's 3 of them.
They just
I didn't even know when to
announced number 4,
Yeah, Carl Urban is a fucking.
and they're all returning.
Yeah, Carl Urban's the best character because
With Abrams.
he's the best. Right.
Because what did Abrams do that he broke out like huge? There was something he did, and that's when he started getting offers for all the movies.
Wait, are you?
I'm trying to think.
He
of
didn't do
the shiny stuff that's always on everything.
The lens flares?
his
Yeah.
flares. He never did. Thought that put this mother on silent. He didn't do Super 8, right? That was Spielberg.
That might have been a combination of 2 different.
He did
directors.
Lost
Maybe it was Lost. I mean,
and Super 8.
so yeah, Super 8 wouldn't definitely.
Well, it was Lost for sure.
I'm still disappointed in you for.
He did Fringe.
You like Lost or not Lost? You like Super 8, but you still have not watched Stranger Things.
It's just a long fellow deeds. It's a long thing that I have to commit.
He's done like 3 Mission Impossible movies. Sorry. Like all the Mission Impossible movies.
There's more before that, though.
Mission Impossible 7, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, Mission Impossible Fallout, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol,
But
Armageddon.
he didn't do Armageddon.
Yeah.
Maybe
That was
that's where
Michael Bay. That's a Michael Bay.
Why the fuck did it come out when I looked up J.J. Abrams movie and TV?
Maybe produced, wrote.
Probably produced it.
If he wrote Armageddon, he needs to get the fuck out of here.
Story by Robert Roy Poole and Jonathan. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe it was Cloverfield they did that people just liked, and he started getting movies.
Lost.
Well, yeah, Lost is probably
It's Lost.
his biggest thing that he's ever done. Where
he did Alias.
oh yeah, he did do Alias. I forgot about that. I never really watched that
He
show
did Fringe.
because I always thought it was Jessica Jones show, and I was like, "What? This ain't Jessica Jones."
I was very confused about that as well.
I remember buying Alias off the rack, like fucking shit.
Also,
20
Star
years
Trek:
ago?
The Rise and Fall of Khan is a stupid name for a movie. The Rise and Fall.
Which,
That's the second one.
That's the one where Doctor Strange
yeah, I couldn't get really.
starts beating everybody up.
I really couldn't
I
guess.
saw that one in theaters.
Did you?
Well, you like Benedict Cumberbatch?
He was my choice for Doctor Strange.
Oh wait, never mind. Star Trek: Rise and Fall of Kelvin. The Kelvin timeline is a new one. That's even a worse name.
They're doing another Rise and Fall of someone?
Yeah, it's Star Trek 4: Rise and Fall of Kelvin. 2023 Star
And
Trek.
who the fuck is Kelvin?
It's the name of the timeline. Star Trek Beyond is the best one.
They're all wait, but there's another movie titled Rise and Fall of someone else.
No, okay, so Star Trek is the first one where they fight the Romulans, and they have to stop the guy from blowing up all the planets.
You really want to do?
And he's like from the future or whatever. The second one is they have to fight Benedict Cumbersnatch, and he yells about being Khan. And the third one, they have to fight Idris Elba.
Is he all souped up and has superpowers?
Who is?
Oh, that's Hobbs Shaw.
Yeah.
Dude, he's the perfect taskmaster in that movie.
They play Sabotage. The best part about the last movie
announced he's gonna stop acting so he can work on his
acting
career.
Is everybody ready for me to drop these bombs?
Jesus, are you fucking kidding me? Are you serious, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my fucking god!
I'm okay. Heimdall's gone, so
There's so
I like
many
him.
more characters.
I like
he
him,
could've
but I
played
start
them.
noticing that he's playing the same person in most movies, and he's not really like.
Welcome
acting.
to the apocalypse.
Like, I don't know.
God, Pacific Rim. That's a great movie.
I was. Oh yeah, I love Pacific Rim.
Still haven't seen number 2.
I haven't either. No interest in
I
two.
have no interest in watching.
1, good enough. 2,
Did you
Atlantic
know,
Rim now.
Yeah, watch Atlantic Rim.
Serve me up some of that Atlantic Rim.
Agent Harcourt
Yes.
Is his girlfriend?
is James Gunn's fiance.
Yes.
Yeah, I looked it up.
They just got engaged like 2 days ago.
Well,
Yeah.
I knew she was his girlfriend.
I looked her up because I'd never seen her before, and then they showed like they were connected somehow. And
Also, there was no Sean Gunn in this.
No, unless he played the eagle on his knees or some shit.
That would be funny.
No,
I figured.
I just saw on IMDb Eagly, and it wasn't Sean Gunn.
Who played Eagly?
Some random guy.
Someone
That's-
actually played him. They just didn't add the CGI in.
I guess so.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I think-
want to know. Who
I think the
played
show
Eagly.
just had a good balance of most. I don't know. It's I was gonna say more like The Boys, where it's like could get very
Yeah,
bloody.
I told my
but it could
dad
be
he should
funny.
watch it, and he was like, "So what's it like?" I was like, "Well, you watch The Boys." He's like, "Yeah."
It reminds me
it's
of
a
The
lot like
Boys
The
and
Boys.
Kick Ass, kind of. Vigilante reminds me straight up of the Kick Ass world,
Yeah,
because
I think they did a really good job with the
his
The
costume would
casting.
fit in.
the conversations is probably what does it for me in the show. Just like, are you seeing anything when they're looking for the helmet? I saw something and I saw some ants. No, I mean, we're looking for the helmet. And then they have that long argument about something that makes no sense. I can't remember. I think it's that point too. He's like, oh, I like the whole, like, if you're going to be sarcastic, you should tell someone I'm being sarcastic with this and that. And they're like, why? Why would you do that? It's just the conversations they have in it are pretty fucking stupid. And then of course, John Cena having all his heart-to-hearts.
and the soundtrack, always impeccable.
Yeah, and like I said, Gunn's really good with music. But it's weird because, like, Suicide Squad didn't really focus on...
Number 2 had quite a bit of music in it.
Oh my
His-
God, D. Bradley Baker played Eagly.
I don't know who that is.
D. Bradley Baker's like the voice of everybody. He's Klaus on American Dad. He's Perry the Platypus.
So what the fuck did he do?
He played Eagly.
He voiced him? The Cause?
Yeah.
I am Groot.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's weird that, what's his name? Alan Tudyk did the voice of...
He's in
fuck is his name?
He's in
From
Young Justice.
Moana the chicken? Hugh?
He plays the wolf in Injustice. He does a lot of animal voice acting.
Roar. You're cast. Son of a bitch, you're in.
He's Bubble Bass from SpongeBob.
The Adebayo, her girlfriend or wife in the show, I guess she was in Guardians as one of the aliens,
Oh, I think I read that.
and James Gunn didn't even know.
Wow.
He is Morris in Shang-Chi Master of Kung Fu.
Morris?
He plays the little headless...
What the fuck?
Yeah, D. Bradley Baker.
But there's no voice really in that character.
He does the animal noises. He makes those noises with his mouth. That's what he's like kind of known for.
They can't just get an animal to do the... I mean, like when they
No.
did Jurassic Park, they mixed...
But that's not what a Tyrannosaurus would sound like.
What would it sound like there?
Probably more like
Dino?
a chirp because it's a bird.
I do not believe he'd be like... "Run, tar."
What do you guys?
What the
see from
fuck was that noise?
James Gunn after Guardians?
What?
What?
What do you see coming from James Gunn after Guardians?
He's the frog lady from Mandalorian. Remember when Mando has to carry the frog? Oh, dude.
I don't know. James Gunn should stick with comic book movies and sci-fi, I assume. I mean, I don't know if you watched Rainn Wilson movie. What was that? Where he's a superhero, kind of like Kick-Ass.
Oh, the one with
Suck It Crime.
He's...
what?
Elliot Page.
Elliot Page. Yeah.
Fuck that. Oh.
You gotta watch that show still too.
What?
Umbrella Academy.
What is that?
You haven't watched Umbrella Academy?
No,
I watched like the first episode and it was
Did you
okay.
like Umbrella Academy?
I love that show.
That show's
It made me want to
fantastic.
read the comics,
It
but I
show's-
don't want to spend money on them.
I just want to make a new season because like they ended off at a cliffhanger, and I want to know what's the fuck's
There's a
up.
new season. They post about...
So what does she do then?
When's it coming?
Does she dress up as a girl then to play this part again?
Well, the show...
Is going to
the
make
last
it work?
season ended before she transitioned.
And she,
Yeah, so when she comes back,
women
is she-
have played men. And
So
men
is
have
she
played
going to play a
women for
girl
thousands of
and they're
years.
going to give her
Yeah.
like fake
Yeah.
boobs in there?
Well, she didn't like. I don't think.
Have you
she
seen her shirtless now? Yes.
Did she physically transition?
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a man body now. I don't know if it's a wiener added, but her chest is gone.
That's not how that works.
No, it's gone.
No, not the chest part.
Oh.
That they don't just like.
They make it outing to an innie.
I want to be a.
But I think he needs to like super is what it was called.
Yeah.
That was like a little too much. It was weird. But I think if he does these big sci-fi soap opera type shit, or even over the top, like Super was over the top, it just didn't work. I felt with the way it was too normalized and weird. But I don't know what franchise he could grab. I wish he would stick on to Guardians, but Guardians is getting kind of old now.
I want to see
Well,
him
he's
do a
done
Booster Gold movie, bro.
Guardians.
They're gonna split Guardians. Like people are gonna die in it. I think Drax will die.
He said this is the last time you'll see this team.
Yeah, and I think
You seen Brightburn yet?
no, did he do Brightburn?
So it puts it on his thing.
You gotta look because he could be just a writer
why does
producer.
it all written by Brian Gunn and Mark Gunn?
He could have executive produced it, like gave them money to get it made. But I think Rocket's going to be an Avenger.
What the
But
fuck is
again, people are saying Kevin Feige said no more Avengers, but I think that's always bullshit.
What the fuck is Tromeo
No
and
more
Juliet?
Avengers, but what about new Avengers?
I never said new Avengers or Savage Avengers or International Avengers or Great Lake Avengers.
Uncanny Avengers? If they don't kill off Wanda?
Wanda's dead. Wanda's dead. She's dead.
I killed her.
I watched Last Stand the other day just because I was feeling kind of
what nostalgic?
Well, Jean Grey is basically Wanda in the movie.
Sure.
She has her costume and everything.
Mm-hmm.
She's so weird in it though, because she's all like
Xavier
monotone
always said
and
he
just-
wanted to build bridges. That's my favorite line in that fucking movie, dude.
No, it's the
The Juggernaut.
in
bitch.
chess we always let the pawns go first. I was like, yeah, let the losers go and die.
Dude, Ian McKellen's.
And then he
The
starts
goat.
tossing fucking cars and pyros lighting them on fire. That's fucking dope.
Did you
There's a
ever-
lot of good
I
scenes in it.
realized in that? So what's the one thing that Wanda does in Civil War to everybody? What does she
Messes
get
with-
from her father?
I don't remember. Oh, in Civil War,
Mhm.
throwing cars at people.
hmm
So what?
She got it from her father.
I guess.
It's a genetic predisposition to throwing
Throw
cars at
cars.
people.
hmm
I was born to throw cars at motherfuckers.
We need cars thrown at them. Wait, I feel like I was born for this. I'm trying to think what James Gunn can do.
Is he actually their father?
It went back to it was his father, right?
No, not exactly.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
He's their father in the sense of the person that took care of them.
That's fucking stupid. That's not their dad.
Lorna's still Magneto's child.
Polaris?
Yeah.
She has magnetic powers, so it kind of makes sense.
Her name's fucking Polaris.
Yeah, but
I'm still just trying to think of what James Gunn could do that would fit his. It's weird because
I think he's
Peacemaker,
done with Marvel after this.
Peacemaker wouldn't fit. I would think with James Gunn in general.
He's gonna
So
do
I-
another. They already mentioned that he's gonna do another
There's
character
another-
from Suicide Squad.
Yeah. And
Huh?
there's gonna be a second season of Peacemaker.
Uh-huh.
which sounds good. But what person from Suicide Squad?
Name it. We have Idris Elba's
Nope.
Bloodsport left.
Nope.
No, he's gonna go music.
Mm-hmm.
There's Ratcatcher.
Nope.
King Shark.
Nope.
And that's pretty much it.
I mean, they could just grab another.
Oh, Weasel's the only other one to survive.
I was surprised.
No,
not
then
to
he
see
dies
him
again.
No, he survives at the end of the
after
movie.
Credit scene.
I know, but I thought that he died right afterwards. He started.
No. Also, that seems hilarious because he's trying to tell them. He's trying to tell them that he can't swim.
Yeah.
That was his signature animal in that movie.
No, the shark was. King Shark was. Because King Shark is actually
rats.
through the movie.
Yeah, he got all his animals in.
Rats. We are
I feel like
the
it's
rats.
like a fetish or something.
It's our birthday.
Like I have to
Michael.
put in
Have we
animals.
talked about how
Cake and ice cream is on
I feel like
its
we've
way.
talked tons of shit, but we never really talked about like the whole plot. Like this was all like just out of the asshole of him because this.
Yeah, butterflies don't exist.
This has nothing to
They
do.
look more like dragonflies, though.
They did look. They're pretty. They
look like more like praying mantises to me.
This had nothing to do with the DC universe.
I like how he keeps Goff in a jar and then he feeds Goff, and that all comes full circle at the end, where it's like Goff's like.
See, I didn't think Goff. I forgot Goff is the one that goes inside her.
I didn't understand why it went back to him.
Oh, at the end?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, Goff's the only one left, right?
But if he only has one jar of the amber stuff,
I think
then-
it's just honey, though.
I think it's also a little bit metaphorical because his dad shows up in his brain.
Yeah, that's a clear indication of like everything's fucked up kind of still
Yeah.
in his mind. But like the whole plot was really
Also,
really
John Cena
weird.
smoking pot was really weird.
When did he smoke
He
pot?
hits his bong.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
It's just a weird, un-John Cena-like thing.
No, there's a lot of things. Him fucking a chick like crazy. Him crossing
He's
up
probably
a storm.
banged some chick in his
I'm saying
lifetime.
in public, homie.
Homie.
Like what we see him as. We see him as like never give up. You know, he's fucking
Sure.
Buzz Lightyear in real life, and then now we see him like doing all this weird shit. But yeah, the whole plot was really weird because he had to come up with this all on his own, and it tied to no one. It's weird.
James Gunn also likes monsters.
I thought the cow thing was going to be some big, like, dumb character that they never used. And
It's
he
an
used
actual
it.
cow.
No, I thought it was going to be some big monster that, like, DC had, but they would never use. Like, Starro, of course, they would want to use, but
I mean, Star was the first Justice League bad guy.
I thought, you know, that's what, and they made up some random shit, but at least you didn't blink at it. You're like, whatever, because the story was good. It worked. But then it kind of like, I don't know, it went weird at the end because it's like, we were trying to help humanity, and it's like, what? So this whole thing has been like us fighting them, and then it's a misunderstanding.
Or we could get a Harley Quinn TV show, I just realized.
He could probably do a good Harley Quinn. Just get rid of Margot Robbie.
No, they won't. They won't. What the fuck?
Get her the fuck out of here, dude. I don't give a fuck. I'll take Kelly.
That's okay that you don't give a fuck, but everybody else.
Have you watched the
disagrees with
Margot
you.
Robbie movie? Her movie where she's with the birds of prey?
Nope. I didn't say.
Have you watched it?
I liked it.
Did you watch it?
Mhm.
Did you like
It's
it?
fucking horrible.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I knew you would. Look, all I could see is Black Canary, and I'm like, look how they massacred my girl.
It's
I'm fine
so
with
bad. Rosie Perez, so bad. Everyone.
No,
Even
we can't-
McGregor is bad in that movie.
Yeah.
He's a great
They
actor.
don't put him in the fucking mask either, man.
He does. He has it like for two
the
different
mask
moments.
is in the comic books is permanently on him. It's made of the coffin of his parents.
He takes it off and he's so dumb.
Isn't
I
it like
think
all
they
about?
make him-
Isn't it all about dick pics?
Isn't he like
I don't
somewhat? Isn't he
remember.
gay in it, or they make him flamboyant or something?
Which is not a problem.
No, but I feel like again, it's like the woke thing where let's make this person like this. And
The
make this
best
person
depiction
like
of
this.
Black Mask is either Origins, Arkham Origins. I don't know if you ever played Arkham Origins.
I've played every Arkham.
I think he's a bad guy in Arkham Origins, I believe.
I don't remember him being in any of the Arkham games.
But his depiction in the animated Red Under the Red Hood
Yeah.
movie is fantastic.
Yeah, he's good
just
in the Red Hood.
crazy. Just shoots. That's like a classic bad guy thing, though, right? It's
That's
just,
when he sits down Joker, right? And then he starts.
If I made a movie that had a evil bad boss with a bunch of minions, right? I would make it a point to have the boss kill more of his own people than the hero.
What movie was that in?
That's always happens.
It always happens.
It's
One
just
guy
like,
did that. He's like, I just killed him. Oh, that was in The Sitter. I think I'm thinking of where he shoots one of his guys. That's my third best friend, and I shot him for like dropping something. And he's like, you don't think I'll kill you for like stealing my drugs or whatever? But yeah, that and also back to best friends, we learned that John Cena's BFF is
An eagle.
Adamanapia.
No, outside of Eagly. He says.
I thought he said.
he says, other than Eagly, you're my best friend.
Don't tell V. Don't tell V this.
V is clearly not his best friend.
He's super annoying. Oh, he's doing those face exercises again.
No, he's crying, you fucking idiot. That's what I love about Steve Agee's character, too, is because every time him and V are together,
I told you
they got good chemistry because AG is the only one who clearly sees him as a complete and utter psychopathic moron.
Well, then one part where I realized this dude don't fuck around though is when Peacemaker can't shoot the kids and shit, and he's like, "Why don't you step to this side?" All very like compassionate. Then he's like,
that was one of my favorite scenes.
"Baby bears down." Like I'm like, holy shit!
That's literally one of my favorite scenes.
They're killing these kids. Like this is nuts.
But that's the thing is, it shows the dichotomy that there is good in Peacemaker, but it also demonstrates to everybody that Vigilante is like the real.
Come on, man! We used to kill people, then we got back, and we went and got drunk, and then it's like those are the fucking.
And sometimes
days,
we killed
man.
good people, but we got over it.
Yeah. Hopefully,
we made a few mistakes.
I don't know. Would you want Vigilante to stay that same state of mind?
Yes.
Or would you want him to at least have some compassion?
No, I think the key to that character is that he won't change, because that's what a sociopath
Well, it seems like
do.
he has compassion towards...
No, he wants to fuck
He didn't seem
Peacemaker.
like he changed by the end of the movie at all.
No, but I'm saying, but it seems like he has compassion no matter what through the whole movie to Peacemaker. He cares about what he thinks. He cares.
Yeah, he's a stalker. Right? There's a weird relationship, whether it be sexual or non-sexual. There's a weird relationship between those two.
While you've been gone, I've been collecting a bunch of appliances.
I would have loved to shoot that scene. That scene was fun as fuck, dude.
They had bow and arrows, fucking
Also,
bombs.
if you strapped a grenade to a bomb head or a missile head, it would not explode like that.
And it's weird that, are we going to get him in new helmets, or are they going to build him helmets? Because he doesn't got like a Tinker no more or whatever. And I think
Still
it's funny.
got the scabies helmet.
I think it's weird that, what's her name? Edemonopia?
Adebayo.
They make her human rocket twice, and she doesn't break her fucking neck. Going through the monster actually wouldn't be as bad, because she would just crush through it and then fall down like she did. But her doing it was great, because it was supposed to be such a cool moment. She's like, human rocket, bow. And it's just like,
one of her favorite lines.
oh, the gravity one's funny too. That's a good part.
Oh, with the helmet.
Did you fucking say activate after you said it? And it's true. I'd be like, I didn't know it was voice sensitive. Like, I was just repeating what you were telling me, basically. And it's just like floating up.
One of my favorites is when Adebayo shows up and Harcourt's like, oh, you showed up? And she's like, yeah, I saw an eagle hug a man and I knew it was a miracle and a sign. And then Harcourt's like, you didn't think it was a sign to run away? And Adebayo's like, fuck.
Yeah. It
also the vets, hilarious.
The veterinarian.
When they turn, they're like, shh, let's get them.
And yeah, they're like,
not you guys. You guys can stay here.
I think it's weird that they were like, you got a leader now, basically. Like, Peacemaker is going to lead the operation. And I was kind of like, they're all supposed to be babysitting him. It's kind of weird now that he's going to be like, and that was Waller's call, right?
Yes.
And it's kind of weird for me to think Waller would put that into him, unless she's like, if he fails, we'll just blame him. Kind of Waller attitude. I fucking hate Waller. That was making me die. Wait, what were you gonna say again? We kept doing it so long, and then Vigilante tries to, he does
it's over. Stop.
Then when he does it again, he's like, it's over. Like, oh, we were just having a good time. We were making fart noises. He's just so fucking weird. He's like worse than Deadpool.
He's always like, oh, my two best friends are arguing. He's not like Deadpool. That's the thing, is that Deadpool's even more self-aware than Vigilante.
Yeah, he's not there. It's weird. It's just,
but that's the best part about that character, is that he's annoying, he's obnoxious, he's a sociopath, but fuck it, he's consistent.
But like, and then him getting locked in jail, I thought was a cool moment where he's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go in here and kill his dad because he's gonna try to kill him.
And he was trying to anger him and shit.
Yeah,
dude, Vigilante's kind of a badass.
And that whole scene took forever. He's trying to drag the trash can, and it takes forever for him to do it from the cops, and he barely lifts it to break it and stuff.
Well, it's that classic Family Guy thing where the joke keeps going on long enough that
and then when he
stops
gets in
being
there,
funny and it gets funny again.
He kicks ass. He starts whooping a lot of dudes' asses in there.
Only when they attack him, though. Remember? Because then Augie makes a point. Peacemaker's dad's name is Augie.
Yeah.
Augie Smith.
I'm surprised he played a way bigger part. When I saw him, I'm like, oh, he's gonna be in the first episode as an asshole dad, and we're gonna learn, oh, he was such an ass, and that was it.
Get a bitch to suck my dick, and then we're gonna kill my fucking son.
He was just a fucking god from the jump.
Those weird skinheads too.
When he walks in, and he's just an asshole to him while he's there.
And then they laugh. What do they laugh over? He's like, oh, they're talking about how he killed Rick Flag, or how he like.
No,
something during the Suicide Squad thing where he talks
about the guy being afraid of rats,
Oh yeah, and like he was talking about Idris Elba getting tortured, and he's like, yeah, it would be a real shame if you got beat by a fucking schmuck like that. And then he's like,
I hope
it's my own fucking son.
He calls him like gay in the F word way, I believe. It was like, if that was the guy that...
Yeah, there's a lot of slurs that get thrown around, except for probably the N-word is the only one they don't use.
I'm surprised they didn't, but...
I think James Gunn has a little more respect than that.
A little more respect than Quentin Tarantino?
Well, Tarantino...
I don't know how Tarantino got the pass.
Well, the thing is...
And Samuel Jackson got his bag.
There's a certain period of time that come with Tarantino's movies where it's like James Gunn shooting a movie in the modern era versus Tarantino shooting a movie in the 90s.
Django wasn't too long ago.
But Django takes place a while ago.
Yeah, I guess.
Right. So there's some historical accuracy to go with it, right?
But overall, I think let's get a rating 1 through 10. Peacemaker.
8.5.
Ooh. What did we do?
No. 9.
I think
just for the intro.
I think me and Donnie did 7 for Mandalorian.
Oh, for Mando or Boba?
No, Boba, you're right.
Boba's like a 6.
We both did 7.
I say Boba's like a 6.
What's your number for
Peacemaker?
For Peacemaker, I'll give it an 8.
I think I'm gonna stick with Ryan with the 8.
I'm gonna give it a 9. So we'll make it an 8.5 average.
8.5 average.
Or 8.25 really, or 8.333. But
we get it. Thank you.
We
get it. You know math.
Like, I don't care for the character too much. Like,
but see, they made me like the character though.
I know, but watching WandaVision,
yeah,
or
but
like
you're
a
a
show,
homer.
A what?
A homer. You're a homer for home fan for Marvel.
But to be real, most comic book fans do care for more certain superheroes over than others.
Sure.
Like if this was a Constantine or Zatanna show,
I'd
be like,
I would really lose
God.
my shit, but this was still really good though.
We might get that. Ragman, baby. Ragman.
What?
Ragman.
I'll talk to you about that later.
Ragman.
Make sure you guys like, subscribe, share. Check out all our
Is
other
something
content.
dark, horrible about Ragman? I don't know. Have I been supporting something horrible, crazy thing?
Yeah.
Or is it on the DC schedule?
He's the night man. He comes in through the dark
man
to get your boy's soul.
Fighter of the night, man.
So we voted, and that's we didn't vote. Is that a vote?
We rated it.
Yeah. So that's our ratings for it. I was glad. I'm happy I watched it. I'm proud of it. I think it's really well done.
You proud of it?
Yeah, it's good. It's a nice little baby boy to hold up to the sun like a circle of life. It's good, man. I'd love to brag on this. People need to watch it that haven't watched it. There's a lot of people I know.
made this. That's what it sounds like. You're like, I made this show.
But make sure you guys like, subscribe, share, check out all the other fun content.
By the way, why do you not like the B in the word subscribe?
Subscribe.
He always says subscribe. Subscribe.
Make sure you check out Declan's new show coming out on the channel.
Declan's fighting around the world.
Yeah, he's gonna be challenging up first.
I'm gonna go fight Russell Crowe.
Up first, a gorilla, and he'll be using a chainsaw.
The gorilla will be using a chainsaw.
We're giving him advantage.
Mm-hmm. You need to give the gorilla a handicap, bro.
Declan's wily.
I'm wily.
Wily. Anyways,
what is it? That.
It's a.
That's a podcast.
I thought it's a
big. No, that's a podcast.
Oh.
God.
You didn't even, when you said bye, it sounded like you were like in a house, like 2 houses over.
Bye. See you guys, my friends. I'm finding a hole.
And that's it for us. Bye.
That's a podcast.
See you later.
That's a podcast. See you later.